Happy Sunday, everybody. So today is Sunday. I'm getting ready for the week. I'm gonna do my weekly review. And this Sunday didn't quite go as planned. I imagined I was gonna wake up early, that I would do the things that I set out to do. Like I had some errands that I wanted to run, and none of that happened. And that's okay. Today was the first time I actually slept in a long time. Slept until 10 a.m. Felt quite nice. I went to bed super late. I have such a hard time sleeping when my husband isn't here. He's traveling for work. And so I have the hardest time sleeping. So tonight I'm probably gonna take a Tylenol PM so I can actually get some sleep. But either way, I stayed up too late. I woke up late and it was a rainy kind of dreary day. And it was just kind of the perfect day to just snuggle and chill. So that's what I did. And it was great. I don't have too many of those days because too many of them make me feel, I don't know, not productive, but it felt great. It was such a great chill day. So that was nice. I didn't do the things I needed to do, but that's fine. These are more things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to get done today, but I will just disperse them throughout the week. That's fine. So come with me. We'll catch up. We will plan the week ahead. I'm so excited because it's funny to me to be this excited about stamps, but I'm very excited about these stamps that are coming in. The company that I order them from is called Lawn Fawn, and they make these stamps for cards, people who are really good at creating cards, and they use the really fancy markers, the alcohol-based markers, to create these really beautiful designs. But I found some cute planner markers, planner stamps, and I'm just really excited to use them. I think it's going to be just the thing I'm looking for my monthly spread, and some cute little decorative ones. I have some of theirs. I have these two little flamingos, and they come together to make a heart. It's just the cutest thing. I love it. I'll actually see if I can find my old planner where I use some of those stamps. But either way, I'm excited about that. And so I'll probably film tomorrow once those come in. But I just kind of wanted to go through the week, plan ahead. It's Sunday. We're getting ready to go on a trip next week. And so that means everything I need to do for work and to plan for the trip needs to get done this week. So I need to have all my laundry ready, any outfits that I need to get pieces for, that needs to be ready. And I'm not stressed about it, which is good. Sometimes I get very stressed before trips, but right now I feel okay. It's also the week of Halloween, so there's fun festivities. So yeah. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna plan for the week. We're gonna see what's coming ahead and try to remember to do all the things that we need to do before we head out. So here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my iPad and open up the Routinery app. And this time I'm gonna use the checklist option. So I have my routines up here, and I do have a weekly, where is it? Yeah. Weekly planner routine and setup. I have it as a routine, but today I'm gonna try the checklist option and see how I like it. So I made it into a checklist. I'm just gonna set this up over here, out of the way. But the first part is reviewing daily tasks. So I'm gonna go through the previous week. Today is Sunday, so I'm just gonna go through this week and see if there's anything I left undone that still needs to get done. Schedule labs for Dr. Dan. I still need to do this. So I'm gonna make myself a note this week to do that. Schedule labs. Okay, and then I'm gonna also put it during a weekday, so I make sure to have done that. I'm gonna put it by Tuesday. Schedule labs. Actually, I could do it Monday. It's not a huge lift. I'm gonna also check with endocrinologist. If she's taking new clients. So I had this endocrinologist that I absolutely loved, and then the practice split up. And so I wanted to see her, but I had to send her all of this paperwork, and then I only had some of the paperwork, and then I was trying to call the old office, and the old office is only has so much of my old record. So I was stuck in this limbo phase. Either way, I have to call her, so I will make plans to do that. And then what else? Oh, I really want to film what's in my Dagny Dover bag. It was especially relevant to me because I just went on a trip with all of my stuff, and I was like, oh, this would be helpful to see like how or it might be helpful to others to see how I like pack all my planner stuff and generally how I pack that bag. That Dagny Dover backpack, so worth it. I sat on that purchase for literally weeks, maybe even, no, months. And then I finally decided to buy it because it was kind of pricey for a backpack. But I adore that backpack. It is worth every penny in my opinion. Yep, so all of that is done except for that. So I'll keep that in mind. It's on my content planner that I keep in Notion. I have done this. I finally did this. So this is taken care of. That needs to be taken care of next week. I didn't get to draw my chibi for my embroidery. I'm kind of sad. So that was part of my, if you go back to the dashboard, I have this like different domains of my life section, and under creativity and hobbies, I really haven't done anything creative this month. I'm trying to foster and nurture my hobbies. So one of them is embroidery, drawing, but like to a minimal extent. I'm not a very good drawer, but I like it. And then calligraphy. I also haven't done any calligraphy lately. Maybe I should do that. I need to send somebody a cute note or something via calligraphy. And then all of this needs to get done. Some of it needs to get done before the trip next week, so I need to slot that in for this week. So that is part one, is just to kind of review last week, see what else needs to get done. So let's go ahead and slot these things in. I need to do, okay, so Ulta I can probably do tomorrow. I don't see why I couldn't. Ulta returns. And then I can probably go to Boot Barn on Tuesday. Let me just check my calendar. Pull up my calendar on my computer instead. Okay, so yeah, Tuesday should be fine to go to Boot Barn. And then I'm also going to make myself a note to reach out to Justin. I'll do that on Tuesday. Reach out to Justin. And then what else needs to come over? Let's see. Walgreens. I can pretty much do that anytime. It's not urgent. If I needed to, I could do that when I get back. I would like to do a Target pickup. Maybe I can set that for tomorrow as well. I'm gonna make that a Tuesday thing. Okay. All right, so I have pulled forward any remaining tasks from from last week into this week. Reconcile the week and the month. So let's just do that. So typically what I would do is if there was anything, like for example, workouts. I did my workout on Saturday, super proud of that. So I did my minimum goal of 3 workouts in a week. So my goal is 3 to 4 workouts a week. I've been pretty on track with that, except for the week we were in Austin. But other than that, we've been pretty good. So what I would usually do is take that and then put it in the monthly, but I'm waiting for that adorable stamp that I mentioned. So once I get that, I will then reconcile the month. And if there was anything else that we did, like the pumpkin carving that we did together, that counts as like something that we did with friends. If I did something creative, that would go on the calendar. So I feel like this month was kind of light. Like if I go back to September, you can see what I mean. Like we had 2 specific creative things that we did. We signed up for a calligraphy class. We went to a paint pouring class. I have all my workouts there. I had reached out to a friend. We had 2 game nights. We actually had 3 game nights. One was with family and 2 were with friends. And so we did a little bit more. I had a brunch with my mom. Well, like brunch at her house with my brother and stuff. We did a domestic violence awareness walk for one of the doctors that my mom works with. So we did a lot more. We did a date night at Sushi Pop. So I feel like we did more things specifically for those domains last month. And we did a lot this month. We went to Austin, we went to New Jersey, like we still did stuff. but some of these other areas were a little less attended to, which is fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just there as a reminder so I don't, years go by and it's like, I haven't developed a creative hobby. Why not? I feel like that's something that's useful. I haven't developed friendships. Like, I feel like those things require intention, at least for me. And if I'm not intentional about them, they just won't happen. So that's why I like to keep it top of mind. Okay, so we're done reconciling the week and the month. Next, complete weekly review. Okay, so this is where I go into, gosh, I can't believe it's already the end of October. This month is flying by. So this is where I track my strength training workouts. And Sunday is my day of rest. Okay, and then as far as what's happening this week. So I'm looking at my work calendar on my computer and I've got 4 calls on Monday. So I have quite a few heavy call days this week, which is fine. Special, I don't really write my like work appointments or anything in here. Really what's here is like big things that I need to be sure to get done, or like events that are kind of out of the ordinary. Like Wednesday, I would love to attend my nephew's baseball game, so I'm gonna write that in. Let's see. Baseball game. Okay, and then I've got some cute baseball stickers. And I'm also gonna write that in on the actual day, so I don't forget. That's at 6. Oh, it's at 6:30 actually. So I've mentioned this before, but I use my Google Calendar as like my source of truth. And then I put it in my planner as like the way to execute. I know a lot of people do it backwards, where they'll write things down and then use their digital medium as like their official thing, and then their paper planners are source of truth. But I definitely have it the other way around, where I have my all things digital. Like that's where my real like source of truth is for all things related to my schedule. And then whatever I actually want to do and or execute that week, I will put into my planner. That's just how I do it, and I really like it that way. On Friday, I have a beauty appointment, which is going to be actually cutting it close because I'm supposed to pick up Zach from the airport, so I need to reschedule that again. Actually, I'm not sure what time I got to pick him up from the airport. That's tricky. All right, so let me make myself a note to find that out. Find out when. Actually, I think he did message this to me, so let me actually look. Okay, he returns at 4:05. That should be enough time. Yeah, that should work. So on Friday, now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't feel like I'm setting myself up for success here because I have an appointment at 2. So, and then I've got to pick him up from the airport at 5 or at 4. But we'll see how that goes. We're gonna test it out. And then we have all of the Halloween festivities. So there's that. Oh, let me put some stickers here because it's Halloween. I've got some cutie pie stickers. Let's see which ones I've got. Let's see. Oh, this one is cute too. Oh, this one's pretty adorable. I like that one, I think, the most. So if anyone has any sticker shop recommendations, I will take them. I don't have too many. It's so funny because when I first started planning, a lot of the sticker shops that I love are not open anymore. And I haven't purchased stickers in such a long time because I have some, like I have so many that I can still use. But as far as these like cutie pie decorative ones, I don't have a ton. So I'd be open to purchasing more. I just don't have a ton of sticker shops to try. All right, there we go, that's cute. Excellent. All right, so we have Halloween taken care of. All right, so what are we doing? We're my ADHD kicking in. Okay, we are looking at the weekly review. So I've added in the appointments that I have. Like I said, I don't put in my work appointments yet because those can change. So I usually do them the night before, but I will put in Mondays because those should definitely be happening tomorrow. All right, so let's look at Monday. Monday, I had a call at 10:30 a.m. This is a coaching call. Yep, let me put this. Coaching call at 11:30. And then that one was canceled. And then I have another one at 3:30. And then one more at 4:30. I have a lot of work to do this week, and I don't usually get the Sunday scaries, but I have that feeling just a little bit coming into this week because there's so much to do. So I'm just writing some notes in here. Happy Halloween. And then we leave for a Georgia trip on Saturday. So leave for Georgia. Oh yeah, and I just remembered on Friday, I also have to pick up the car rental. So there's that too. I might need to adjust the pickup time. But I think it's gonna happen around this time. Pick up a rental. Okay. So we have added in the weekly events. Let's see, leave for Georgia. I'm so excited about this trip. It's to celebrate my daughter's birthday. And we usually try to do like a fun family trip at least once a year. Like we never used to travel at all. Like we never used to do family vacation. Like we were really bad at that. And so until we like started to prioritize it. And so now we do, and it's adorable and fun. Cool. Let me add in one more sticker here, this weekly view. Since I got some extras, why not? That one's too big. Let's try it. I lowered it to 1. Nope, smaller than that. So maybe just like, what do I got here? Maybe this little guy. This little like candy icon. Sure, that's cute. That works. All right, excellent. All right, it kind of looks out of place, but that's okay. All right, so we've got that done. Oh, what's next? This is exactly why I need Routinery, because I would just lose track of things. Add in appointments and meetings for the following day. Done, did that. So that's good and ready to go. And that's it. That's my little weekly routine. I reconcile the week before. I add in anything that didn't get done last week that needs to get done this week. I review my calendar, make sure any relevant events are added. And then I follow it. I fill out Monday. Perfect. That's pretty much it. And then sometimes here, if there's like major work initiatives that need to happen, I'll put that here. Right now, it's kind of at a steady state where the work is pretty regular. There aren't any special projects I'm working on. It's just like staying consistent with the current tasks. So I don't have to write in anything there, but that is it. And that is my starting plan. You know, the sticker is really bothering me actually. I'm gonna see if I can, okay, it peels up pretty easily. Yeah, I'm a minimalist. I'm gonna find something else to put there. But for now, we're gonna leave it there. All right. I think that's it, friends. I will see you soon. Oh, and before I forget, if you're enjoying kind of following along with me as I plan and these planning ideas, definitely feel free to give this video a like. Would love you to subscribe and be part of this adorable planner community that we are creating here. And I will see you in the future. Bye.